Imagine you are in London and someone says, "Put the crisps in the boot." Compare that with "put the chips in the trunk." Both sound like ordinary English, but they signal different regions, and one food word can change the picture. Today, choose deliberately. Start with an easy pair. Rent a flat and rent an apartment. The home itself does not change, only the usual regional label changes. In Britain, flat is common. In the United States, apartment is common. So for a UK audience, I'd say, Maya rents a small flat near the station.
The same principle works with waiting. At a British ticket desk, "Please join the queue," sounds locally natural. In the United States, "Please get in line," is more typical. Both describe the same action. The sentence is understandable either way, but queue fits the British setting more naturally.
Listen to holiday and vacation inside a full sentence. We're going on holiday in Scotland next month. In British English, holiday is usual for leisure time away. In American English, vacation is more common. Notice the small words soften while the regional noun carries the useful stress. So far, lift, flat, queue, holiday, petrol, and boot mostly change regional style without changing the basic object or action. That gives us two early rules. Choose for your audience and keep strong regional signals consistent. Understandable English can still sound mixed. For car fuel, British English usually says petrol, while American English usually says gas. Say the contrast once. Fill up with petrol. Fill up with gas. Then use the British version naturally. We need to fill up with petrol before we leave Manchester. The action is identical. The audience decides the label.
Next, think about the storage compartment at the back of a car. British English calls it the boot. American English calls it the trunk. "Put the suitcase in the boot before we drive to the airport" is natural in Britain. Switch the setting to Chicago, and trunk becomes the expected local choice.
Here is another pair, but with a small warning. In Britain, "Would you like a biscuit with your tea?" is ordinary. In American English, cookie often covers the comparable sweet snack. The categories overlap, but they are not perfectly identical, so do not assume every British-American pair is a mechanical substitution. Try retrieval before I give you the answer. What would a British speaker commonly buy for a train journey? A packet of crisps or a bag of chips? For the thin packaged potato snack, Britain usually says crisps. America usually says chips. Leo bought a packet of crisps for the train journey. Now we reach a higher-risk pair, trousers and pants. In American English, pants normally means the outer garment. In much British English, pants commonly means underwear. So for a British office invitation, wear smart trousers and a jacket. Protects the intended meaning and regional style.
For a baby's absorbent garment, British English usually says nappy and American English says diaper. The meaning stays stable, so this is mainly an audience choice. In Britain, they stopped to change the baby's nappy before boarding. On a U.S. road trip, diaper would be the locally natural word.
Be careful with corrections such as, "It's a flat, not an apartment." That sounds too absolute. Apartment is standard American English. A better edit is, for a UK audience, I'd use flat here. You are adapting regional style, not correcting a universal vocabulary error. Now move from isolated pairs to a whole travel message. Suppose a sentence already uses holiday, petrol, and boot. Those choices strongly point toward British English. If one American term suddenly appears, the sentence may remain clear, but the regional pattern becomes inconsistent. Spot that intruder. Listen to this British sentence as one connected thought. "I love the queue here. People are so orderly." Do not expect every word to receive equal stress. Queue carries the useful regional signal. Small words link around it. This listening habit matters because real speakers rarely pronounce textbook vocabulary as isolated dictionary items.
Use this comparison model. In British English, people usually say lift. In American English, elevator is more common. Neither word wins. Both normally name the same machine. The skill is recognizing both quickly, then choosing the one that fits your audience when you speak or write.
Practice the audience formula. For a UK audience, I'd use flat here. Now change only the target word. For a UK audience, I'd use petrol here. The structure lets you explain a regional choice without calling the alternative wrong. Use it when editing an essay, email, presentation, or travel message for a specific audience. Use the respectful correction pattern. The sentence is understandable, but boot would sound more natural in Britain. That is a style edit, not a meaning repair, because trunk still identifies the same car compartment. Clear English can be acceptable yet still not match the requested regional standard. Now retrieve the danger rule from memory. Be careful with pants, because it can mean underwear in British English. This is different from lift versus elevator. With pants, the listener may imagine a different garment. When meaning can shift, protect the referent first. Regional consistency comes second.
Take the lift to the third floor, then turn left. In a London hotel, lift is locally natural, although elevator would still be understood. Now switch the audience. At a New York hotel, say, take the elevator to the third floor, then turn left. Same route, different regional default.
Now imagine you are speaking to an American rental agent. I'm looking for a one-bedroom apartment near the train. Apartment sounds natural in that setting. If the same search moves to Bristol, flat becomes the stronger local choice. The object does not need to change, only the audience and expected vocabulary standard change. The easy pairs can create a dangerous shortcut. Just swap one label for another. But remember, I bought new pants for the meeting. In the United States, that is ordinary. In Britain, pants may suggest underwear. Before substituting, ask, will this word still point to the object I mean? At a ticket area in Edinburgh, please join the queue on the left is polite and natural. Now apply the rule to clothing. You need smart outerwear for your legs at a British meeting. First identify the object, then choose the label. The safe answer is trousers, not pants. Meaning comes before matching a memorized pair.
Listen to the rhythm in. I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks in August. Going on links smoothly, while holiday carries informative stress because it marks the British choice. Do not force every small word to sound equally strong. Catch the stressed content word first. Then let the travel context confirm what you heard.
Say this as one natural travel thought. We need to stop for petrol before we get on the motorway. Petrol is the British default for car fuel, so the sentence fits a UK trip. Listen for the stressed first syllable in petrol. Context helps too. A car journey makes the intended noun much easier to predict. At Heathrow, put the suitcase in the boot. Please clearly means the rear storage compartment of the car. Now transfer the same pattern to another object. Put the backpack in the boot, please. If the scene moves to an American airport, keep the action and object the same, but switch boot to trunk. At a British tea table, thanks, I'll have a biscuit with my tea sounds completely natural. Cookie can also appear in Britain, but biscuit is the broad, everyday choice for many crisp, sweet baked snacks. The useful lesson is not to force exact category equivalence. Check what the speaker is actually offering before you substitute.
Try this from memory. I'll get a packet of crisps for the train. In Britain, crisps means the thin packaged potato snack. In the United States, that same snack is usually chips. Keep the food picture clear. If you automatically replace every British chips with American chips, you can easily end up talking about the wrong potato dish.
I'll have the burger with fries. In the United States, fries names the hot potato side, while chips usually suggests the thin packaged snack. In Britain, chips commonly names the hot side. Before changing the dialect label, decide which food is actually on the plate. I need a pair of smart trousers for work. For a British audience, trousers clearly means the outer garment, avoiding the common underwear meaning of pants. In an American office, pants may be natural. The key question is what your listener will picture. You now have two kinds of decisions. Some pairs mainly change regional style, such as lift and elevator. Others can change the listener's picture, such as pants and trousers or chips and crisps. Use the fastest three-step check. Audience first, object second, consistency third. That order prevents both awkward style mixing and real meaning errors.
For a U.S. family trip, ask, did you pack enough diapers for the drive? Diapers is the natural American baby care term. Nappy is strongly British. Say the sentence once with normal stress, not word by word. The important noun should stand out, while did you, and for the can stay light and connected.
Listen to this whole thought. In Britain, say, I ordered crisps for the thin packaged snack. The smaller words link, but crisps deserves contrast of stress because it protects the food meaning. British chips usually refers to the hot potato food Americans call fries. So picture the food first. For a British audience, say, I bought new trousers for the meeting. Give trousers the contrast of stress if you are correcting the risky word. I said trousers, not pants. You do not need to shout the whole sentence. Stress only the replacement that matters, then return to normal rhythm so the correction sounds natural. For locally natural British English, say, we filled the car with petrol in London. Petrol fits the audience, while gas is the American default. Transfer the same meaning to a US setting. We filled the car with gas in Boston. The action stays the same.
Use direct substitutions only after checking meaning and context. Some pairs are simple preferences while others change the referent. If British chips means the hot side dish, should an American version become chips? No. For that meaning, the American word is fries. Protect the object first.
Retrieve this low-risk pair. Take the lift or take the elevator. Both identify the same machine. In London, we'll take the lift to the 3rd floor sounds natural. Move the scene to New York and use elevator. Because the reference stays stable, audience drives the switch. For housing, rent a flat and rent an apartment usually preserve the same broad referent, so audience drives the choice. Sarah plans to rent a flat near Bristol sounds natural. Move her search to Chicago. Sarah plans to rent an apartment near the station. Now judge whole messages. A mixed sentence can be clear, grammatical, and still unsuitable for a required house style. The key question is not, is this bad English? Ask, does this audience expect consistent regional signals? In casual conversation, mixing may be harmless. In an exam or publication, consistency may matter.
At a British ticket desk, join the queue is the locally natural choice. In the United States, get in line is common. Put it into a complete instruction. Please join the queue at the ticket desk. Now switch only the audience. Please get in line at the ticket desk. Same action, different regional signal.
For time away from work, go on holiday and go on vacation keep the same core meaning. Britain usually prefers holiday. The United States prefers vacation. Say, we're going on holiday in Scotland next month. Then switch the audience. We're going on vacation in Colorado next month. Hear this as one connected group. We need to fill up with petrol before we leave Manchester. The smaller words link while petrol anchors the meaning. Now predict the American version before hearing it. You should keep the sentence structure and replace the regional fuel noun. We need to fill up with gas before we leave Chicago. Use the pair put it in the boot and put it in the trunk as a listening drill, then move immediately to real speech. Put the suitcase in the boot before we drive to the airport. In fast speech, put it in can link tightly. Listen for boot, because that stressed noun tells you the regional choice.
At a British tea table, have a biscuit is a natural, everyday choice. In American English, have a cookie may fit the comparable snack. Say, would you like a biscuit with your tea? Keep the object in mind, because biscuit and cookie categories overlap rather than matching perfectly.
For the thin packaged potato snack, what is the useful UK-US mapping? Britain, a packet of crisps. America, a bag of chips. Now place the British form in context. Emma packs a packet of crisps for her coach ride. If the object changes to hot potato pieces, stop and choose a different mapping. Next retrieval item, wear trousers or wear pants. For office clothing in Britain, trousers is the safe outerwear word. Say, the invitation says to wear smart trousers and a jacket. In the United States, pants becomes normal. This pair matters because British pants can mean something different. Here is the fresh consistency check. At the London station, I need to change the baby's diaper before we get in line. The sentence is grammatical, but 2 words signal American English. For a British target, find both. Change only the regional vocabulary needed for London.
The British rewrite is, at the London station, I need to change the baby's nappy before we join the queue. Nappy replaces diaper, and join the queue replaces get in line. The actions stay the same. Adapt the audience signals without changing the message. Explain why both edits are style choices.
Return to, it's a flat, not an apartment. As a literal correction, it overstates the rule because apartment is standard American English. A better British edit is, for a UK audience, Flat would sound more natural here. Distinguish vocabulary adaptation from error correction. One last audience switch. I love the queue here. People are so orderly. Queue fits a British setting. At a Boston ticket counter, line is more typical. Neither word is universally better. Choose the form your listener expects, while recognizing the other variety instantly. Finish with the system. In British English, people usually say lift. In American English, elevator is more common. Apply that audience first thinking to all 10 pairs, but check meaning carefully with chips, crisps, trousers, and pants. Recognize both varieties. Produce one consistently when context requires it.